Hello everybody and welcome back to Games for Dads and another Cards, the Universe and Everything video. We are doing a deck review on this cool, super brand new card, Henrietta Swan Leavitt or Leavitt. There we go. Brand new card, just come out in the last 24 hours and we are going to build an amazing deck. I've actually been playing this deck all morning and I can't believe how amazing it is. Anyhow, let's have a look at the deck. So obviously we're building the deck around Henrietta Swan Leavitt. She is a space limited legendary, available now if you're lucky. What does it do, or what does she do? Is it a she? Yeah, what does she do? 7 for 58 on the draw. If your deck has exactly 10 science cards and exactly 8 space cards, your cards, wherever they are, gain 17 until played. So obviously we're building a 10 science and 8 space cards deck all around Henrietta. So let's carry on and look at those 8 space cards, or the next 7 I should say. No surprise, Planet X works absolutely perfectly with Henrietta. On the play, if your deck has 9 or fewer space cards, well, we've got 8. Your space cards, wherever they are, gain plus 14 permanently. And if your deck contains exactly 4 space cards, give them an additional 14 until played. Well, we're going to get the 14 permanent buff on all our space cards. And then absolutely no brainer if you are playing Henrietta. Super massive black hole for every non-space card. And we've got 10, don't forget. Your card, for every non-space card in your deck, give your space cards, wherever they are, plus 3 until played. So we are going to buff up our space cards, all 8 of them, by 30 points until played every time we play Supermassive Black Hole. Amazing card. Next one is, there we go, Ultra Fusion. Hypernova, great card this one, 6 for 50, fairly cheap to play. On the draw, this card gains plus 100 this turn. So absolutely stunning card and fits in really well. I've also put in Olympus Mons. There's probably quite a few other space cards you could go with, but I fancied this one because it's low energy. It's only 4 for 0, but on the play, your cards in hand gain plus 40 this turn. So basically, it's 4 for 120, and it's going to get all those space buffs. I think it's going to work really well. Well, I know it works really well because I've been playing this deck. Next one is Eris again. This card's going to buff up our space cards. Great card. 8 for 79. Quite expensive to play. Another limited legendary. On the draw, your space cards, wherever they are, lose minus 10 permanently. And on the return, your space cards, wherever they are, gain plus 20 permanently. So you're doubling your points there. Or you're losing 10 and getting 20. So really good card. That's Eris. And then another cheap one to play, but super, super powerful. Greenwich Meantime. Amazing card, this one. On the start, this card loses minus 24 until played. So the key here is to play it. If it's the second turn of a round, this card gains plus 48 this turn. And on the play, if it's round 3, this card gains plus 48 this turn. So as always, try and play that on the second turn of the round. And if it is round 3, you're going to get double points. If you do that, you're going to get 96 extra points. So that becomes an amazing card. That's Greenwich Meantime. And energy, it's only 3, so super cheap to play. And then the last space card, that awesome one, is Starshade. Like I said, absolutely awesome card. 8 for 76, another limited legendary. We're going to get clobbered if somebody's got identity theft. I know that, but never mind. On the play, 5 opponent space cards, wherever they are, lose minus 20 for 2 turns. That's a little bonus. But on the return, if your deck has 5 or more space cards, which we do, 5 of your random non-space cards, wherever they are, gain 15 until played. So basically, we're going to buff up 5 of our science cards by 15 until they played, wherever they are. So amazing card, really. So that's the 8 space cards. And let's move on to the 10 science cards. So because we got a lot of science cards, I've gone with Leonardo. Good card, this one. Another limited legendary. On the play, your science cards in hand gain plus 26 until played. Really useful. And I am a little bit worried about energy with this deck, but it's been okay so far. So I've got quite a few cheap cards in there, like this one, the Sydney Opera House, 3 for 12, another limited legendary. On the play, your cards in hand gain plus 10 this turn, and your opponent's cards in hand lose minus 10 at this turn. There is a crafting video for that one if you don't have it, so check that one out. Next card is Simulation Theory. There we go. It's the mythic. Is that the second mythic? Second mythic so far. On the draw, your cards cost -3, and if you're winning the round, each of your card costs another -1 less this turn. Absolutely critical in this deck this week. On a high energy week, you can definitely swap that out and put another really powerful space science card in there. But this week, I pretty much need that one in there. And then here we go, some of my all-time classics. Chrono Photographic Gun, dead cheap to play, 4 for 39. Aim it well. The card opposite this loses -100 this turn. And because we've got 10 science cards, I've gone with Doppler effect. Your science cards in hand gain +30 and cost -1 for 2 turns. So that gives us power and will save our energy a little bit. And on the return, your remaining science cards in hand lose -15 permanently. So not too much damage on the return. And if you play it properly, you're not going to damage anybody. So that's the Doppler effect. Works really well. And then we've got, no surprise, Jet Car. Cards adjacent to this game plus 80, not 18. It played 80 this turn. And on the return, you lose -40 for 3 turns. Like I always tell you, this card has won me more rounds than any other card and probably more games than any other card in the whole game. Absolutely amazing card. That's why I love Jet Car so much. Then we've gone with another cool card, Door to Hell. On the draw, your cards in hand burn 50 until played and gain 50 at this turn. 3 for 40 is pretty cheap to play, but you are going to buff up your cards that you play by 150 when he comes round. So dead useful, works really well, and fits in nicely into this deck. And another card I'm really loving at the moment, this card is really good, it's QR code. Your opponent's cards in hand lose -10 this turn. If it's the first turn of a round, your opponent cards in hand lose -10 this turn. And if it's round 1, your opponent's cards in hand lose -15 at this turn. And that's all on the play. 4 for 40, so basically if it's turn 1, round 1, then you are going to knock off 35 of all your opponent's cards. And then try and play in the first turn of each round and you will knock off 20 of all your opponent's cards. So absolutely phenomenal card. And it works really, really well. And then I filled the deck up with one of my all-time classic favourites. Haven't used this card for a long time, so I wanted to put it back in the deck. This one is the Hope Diamond. Do you remember this old baby? Beautiful card. On the play, your cards in hand with 46 or more base power gain 45 at this turn. And the last one is Space Needle. On the return, gain +1 energy this round, which is dead handy. And your space cards, wherever they are, cost -1 this round. So that's going to help keep the cost of those expensive space cards down. And 552, not a bad card to have in your deck. Okay, let's go and show you how good this deck is. Okay, wow, that was quick. Straight into a game there. We are playing Goopy. Anyhow, let's concentrate on this. Looks like he might be playing, is that a bird deck maybe? I'm not sure. Lots of life on land cards. So Hypernova's got to go first. Hope Diamond and Starshade. Look at that. 5-1-1. Oh, a Primates deck. Awesome. Hello, Goopy. Hello. Cool. I do like your deck. I love Primate decks. But unfortunately, we are 338 points ahead already. There's that cue card. So I'm going to keep that until the next round. And let's just get those 3 out. No, that one. Let's get Simulation back round. You see already we haven't really got a problem with our energy, but we haven't played any of those big space cards yet. Great deck, by the way. You're welcome. Eris is going to buff up those space cards. Space Needle is going to reduce the cost of them. And Simulation is back in the churn. So we've got 146 lead. That's not too bad. There's Leonardo. That's going to buff up all those cards. And there we go. Let's get those 3 science cards out of the way. 180. Ooh. First round to Dada the Goat. 1-0. Well done, Henrietta. Like I said, I've been playing this deck. This is probably the 8th game I've played with Henrietta. And I've won 8 games with Henrietta. I've beaten the Meta History or Egyptian deck quite easily. I've beaten all sorts of decks with this. Just seems to work really well, Henrietta. You were really good. There we go. Q card in the perfect position. That boost from Jet Car. 410. These Primates get really strong. But I don't think they're going to get anywhere near strong enough to beat this deck. These space cards get absolutely crazy at the end. But let's see how he does. He's got a lead of 107. Got Olympic Mons. Greenwich Mean Time now on the second turn we can play. Let's put him in the M box so to keep the rotation right. And what should we do with it? Super massive and the gun. Bit pot luck with that shot. Oh, good shot, but it's not going to be enough points. Okay, we might actually lose this turn. Not too worried though. Those space cars are now going to start getting really powerful. Super massives, giving them that 30 buff. Is Planet X, have we played it yet? No, there's Planet X. Hypernova, amazing car. Look how powerful that is already. Trouble is you have to play it as soon as it comes out or you lose that 100. But 444, I didn't think we were going to win, but that was the best combination. Well played. Guppy. Is it Guppy? Guppy? Guppy P. Well played. I've been practicing. I can see. Have we played before? I don't recognize your name. Maybe we have. Okay, so we've now got 4 space cards and that space needle. 424. Let's do that. 322. That looks much better. Ooh. Okay, nice. Nice hit there, Guppy. Well played. But I think I have a plan. So that space needle is pretty useful to make sure, because we've only got 1 energy in the bank, although we've got 16 per turn now. Leonardo, the door to hell, and simulation theories come back around. Okay, so that sorts out our energy problems. Let's try and win this. 575. We could be. Ooh, this is going to be close. 521 against R575. Sorry, I had to go big there. I wanted to try and win that round. That takes the pressure off. Let's see if we can get to the 5th round, and then we can see how powerful these cards do get with Henrietta as she is. Speak of the devil. Oh, we got some good cards though. Henrietta, whoops, not there, and Jet Car in the middle. So they come round perfectly. If we do go to round 5, those 2 cards are going to come out right at the very end, which will give us a nice boost to finish. 537 against 587 was that? So close. Oh, we got a little bit of a lead, but minus our minus 40 in the bank. Capillo almost won. Oh, that was a fun. What am I talking about? That was a final one. That was very close. Blimey, I wasn't concentrating now. I nearly lost that round by being a little bit silly. Oh, never mind. Q code, chrono, supermassive. This is not the highest score. Take 100 off. Make sure my rotation is okay. We should be all right, I think. It's going to be very close, this game. We are going to be very close. 109 behind. So here come some of our big cards now. So that Greenwich Mean Times are going to be great. Hypernovas is nearly 260. And 559 minus our attack from the Sydney Opera House. Okay, now we are right back in the game. We've got a little bit of a lead. We know we've got Jet Car. We know we've got Henrietta coming round. What am I talking about? This is the 4th turn. Okay, hang on. I'm absolutely lost in this game. We are 116 in the front. We've got good rotation. Do we go for the win? Let's go for the win. 414 plus the 116. Could be just about enough. Oh, it's going to be so close. No. Yes. Oh, oh no. Oh, I went for it. Well played. Well played. Oh, where is it? Oh, what? I won. That was so close. Oh, I'm really not concentrating on that. Sorry there, Guppy. I was just getting ready to say well played, and then I saw I won, so I said sorry. Really sorry. Anyhow, that is my Henrietta Swan Leavitt deck. I think it's absolutely amazing. I'm loving it at the moment. Like I said, I've played about 7 games with it. It's doing really well. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back very shortly with some more Q videos, and in the meantime, take care. Bye.